January 4, 2017. Trump explodes in cold anger after CIA-NSA gun battle in Lower Manhattan. An intriguing Foreign Intelligence Service (SVR) report circulating in the Kremlin today states that President-elect Donald Trump exploded in cold anger yesterday after a specialized Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) infiltration team attempted to enter into one of the National Security Agency's (NSA) most secure sites in Lower Manhattan, New York City, in the early morning hours, and that resulted in running gun battle between armed operatives of these two U.S. spy organizations, leaving at least one wounded. According to this report, SVR electronic surveillance analysts yesterday detected an encrypted satellite distress communication emanating from the top-secret NSA listening station codenamed ttle, formerly called the Long Lines Building, in Lower Manhattan, and that was nearly instantly followed by a, likewise, series of encrypted satellite communications emanating from the CIA headquarters building in Langley, Virginia. The SVR analysis of these NSA-CIA communications, this report continues, shows that at approximately 04:15 hours, New York time, GMT4, yesterday, a specialized CIA infiltration team attempted to gain access to the NSA listening post ttle located at 33 Thomas Street, but were quickly repelled by armed NSA operatives who then gave chase, resulting in a running gun battle that ended at the intersection of Essex and Hester Streets at 04:35 hours, that resulted in, at least, one CIA operative being wounded in the shoulder, and who immediately afterwards was admitted to New York Presbyterian Hospital, but refused to talk to local police officials. Nearly 10 hours after this NSA-CIA gun battle, this report notes, President-elect Trump was notified by the Obama regime that his scheduled intelligence briefing on the fake news Russian hacking charade was being cancelled and rescheduled, causing America's new leader to explode in cold anger and state on Twitter, the intelligence briefing on so-called Russian hacking was delayed until Friday, perhaps more time needed to build a case. Very strange. To the Russian hacking case President-elect Trump was referencing in his tweet, this report explains, revolves around the emails of former Hillary Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta that were released by WikiLeaks, and that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has repeatedly stated were not given to this international whistle-blowing organization by Russia or any other state actor. As to how the Obama-Clinton Russian hacking case charade began, this report details, was shortly after the release of the Podesta emails this past October, 2016, when Russia's Sputnik news agency misinterpreted a single email, but quickly corrected their mistake, and that was seized upon as a cause célèbre by the over 4,000 American mainstream propaganda journalists supporting Hillary Clinton who had failed in their bid, claiming these emails were fakes. Most insidiously, however, this report continues, the American magazine Newsweek and its Hillary Clinton-adoring writer Kurt Eichenwald then began sending out hundreds of emails and tweets fooling large numbers of people into believing that he found proof that 1. The documents in the WikiLeaks archive were altered, 2. Russia put forgeries into the WikiLeaks archive, 3. Sputnik knew about the WikiLeaks archive ahead of time, before it was posted online, 4. WikiLeaks coordinated the release of the documents with the Russian government, and 5. The Russian government and the Trump campaign coordinated to falsely attribute Eichenwald's words to Blumenthal. Within 24 hours of Newsweek's Eichenwald sending out his emails and tweets claiming, but not providing, his Russian proof, this report notes, the Obama regime's Department of Homeland Security, DHS, on 7 October, issued a document titled Joint Statement from the Department of Homeland Security and Office of the Director of National Intelligence on Election Security that, in part, stated, some states have also recently seen scanning and probing of their election-related systems, which in most cases originated from servers operated by a Russian company. However, we are not now in a position to attribute this activity to the Russian government. From 7 October, when the Obama regime's DHS issued this statement refuting Eichenwald's Russian hacking claims, SVR analysts in this report explain, no other such spurious allegations against Russia were made by the U.S., either government or mainstream media, that is until the week before, prior to the Electoral College voting, on 19 December, to confirm Donald Trump as the next President of the United States. And from that time to now, this report continues, the Obama regime, Hillary Clinton and the U.S. mainstream propaganda media have continued to maintain one of the greatest, and most shamefully dishonest, political charades ever witnessed in American history, first begun by anonymous CIA leaks to the Washington Post alleging Russian hacking of Podesta's emails, and culminating in the DHS, again, issuing a report, on 29 December, titled Grisly Step, Russian Malicious Cyber Activity, that says in its opening disclaimer, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, does not provide any warranties of any kind regarding any information contained within. In other words, none of this may be true. As to how untrue and totally false this DHS report was, in fact, this report states, is evidenced by every single global expert on hacking slamming it, including Jeffrey Carr, a cybersecurity consultant, author, and founder of the Suits and Spooks Conference, who stated in his report titled FBI/DHS Joint Analysis Report, a fatally flawed effort, analysis that the report merely lists every threat group ever reported on by a commercial cybersecurity company suspected of having ties to Russia, labeling them Russian intelligence services, without evidence that any such connection exists. Likewise, this report notes, Robert M. Lee, the CEO and founder of the critical infrastructure cybersecurity company Dragos, in his report titled Critiques of the DHS/FBI's Grisly Step report, states about the Obama regime's DHS report that it reads like a poorly done vendor intelligence report stringing together various aspects of attribution without evidence. Concurring with global Internet security experts Carr and Lee too, this report further notes, is the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald's Intercept News Service, who, in examining all of Edward Snowden's top-secret NSA documents, their top Internet security expert, Sam Biddle, slammed the Obama regime's DHS Russian hacking claims by stating, "All we have is the allusion to the evidence, not the evidence." Most unfortunately, however, this report states, are that the American people are not being told by their fake news propaganda mainstream media how totally false these Russian hacking claims are, and who are, instead, having these prostitutes continuing to push this lie as far as they can by blacklisting from their articles and television newscasts not only the global Internet security experts mentioned in this report, but anyone who would even dare tell these people the truth. And with the U.S. military-controlled NSA siding with President-elect Trump, this report concludes, by the events that occurred in New York City yesterday, it is more than obvious that the CIA is attempting to corrupt the intelligence showing how big this Obama regime lie is about Russian hacking, and that, at least, President-elect Trump knows the truth of too.